Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This seems quite appropriate. Ricky, Stephen, Carl on Comic Relief 2011, An Idiot Appeal. I just saw the Ricky Gervais show episode with the talking about the Comic Relief, and this kind of came up, so I figured why not? Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon, that is KARL Pilkington. We're here to ask you to donate generously to Comic Relief. Carl, thoughts? Good cause?
I don't want to put it down, but no, it's just every year. If I was watching this at home, it's kind of like, here we go again. That's all I'm saying. Right. If you want to give, give. If my dad's watching this at home now, he'll go home. It's not tonight, is it? He hates tonight. My mum gets annoyed because EastEnders isn't on. It changes the schedule. I don't like it when I see, you know, JLS sat in a tub of beans going, call up, makes no difference. I've made my mind up. It annoys me that they're sat in beans. There's people going hungry across the world. They're sat in a, God knows how many tins that is. It just seems a waste.
Right. But you think the cause is a good one?
But it's every year. So people, I think people sort of go, oh, not again. How many times, if you had a mate who kept saying to you, you couldn't lend us a tenner, could you? How many times do you go, right, OK, this is the last time. We keep giving you money every...
If you have a friend that says, give me a tenner once a year, I don't know what the hell day this is, but let's say August 5th every year, you think you'd get tired of that? Like, no. That wouldn't bother me at all. It'd be weird that he does it every... Say it's not every August 5th. It's just once a year, just randomly, yo, can I have 10? Sure. I don't know. I just like, he's complaining like it's once a week or something. Once a year is not often.
How many times do you go, right, OK, this is the last time. We keep giving you money every year.
Right.
And each year you come back again with your hand out. How long are we going to keep doing this?
That's what you feel about Richard Curtis, who's behind Comic Relief.
Well, Richard Curtis, I never see him doing the bad stuff. He's never out there, is he? He gets all his mates to do it. Look at this I've arranged. Meanwhile, he's at home. I've never seen him in the thick of it.
No.
Lenny Henry, he's out there all the time.
Yeah.
You know, he's good. But Curtis, I bet people at home watching this haven't got a clue about Richard Curtis.
And yet he's the one who's going to get the knighted.
Is he?
Well,
definitely.
Inevitably, yeah.
Definitely. I'd love it to mean something these days. I go, wow, you've made a Knight of the Realm. And he goes, oh, brilliant. And I go, right, here's the suit of armour. Get on that horse. We're fighting the French. Let's see his face then.
Yeah. Straight back onto Lenny Henry again.
I feel that Carl's perhaps been a bit negative about Comic Relief. Can you give us your appeal for people to contribute to Comic Relief?
I just wish they'd focus on one charity. Just one thing a year. They
right.
go, this year, we're going to sort that out. And sure. once we've raised money for that thing, we're not going to be knocking on your door again saying, we want some more.
OK.
That is it.
What should we do? What charity do you want to solve? Everyone sends the money.
Just something important. In the paper the other day, they'd raised money for a pair of slippers for an elephant.
Right,
Now,
why?
I love elephants,
yeah.
But it annoyed me. This picture there, 500 quid it was for a pair of slippers. Why?
Because he doesn't want to stomp around the house in his shoes.
We can't say that.
Exactly. You know, and sometimes he wears them over to the newsagent.
You shouldn't go out in slippers. I have for shoes in the house. Right. And then that's what happens. It will nip out with them on. Then next year, the elephant needs slippers again. And out again. In the street, there's always people. London, it's a nightmare. Honestly, you'd nip
people
out.
with the clipboard?
Yeah, you couldn't avoid them. You cross the road, there's another one there. What am I going to do? I mean, a lot of the time, I think it's harder if you're a woman, a young woman, because the bloke's got them things on, Greenpeace or whatever, deafkids.com, and they normally approach young women and they use it as a bit of a chatting up thing. You know, look at me, I'm a good bloke, doing a bit for charity. It's always with a good-looking woman, not like some toad-looking woman. He's always a good looker. Now, why is that? There's no evidence that says a good-looking woman's got more money.
If you're watching this and you haven't been stopped regularly to give charity, you probably look like a toad.
Red Cross, they've got more out of me. They keep calling up now they've got my number. Whenever there's a problem in the world, it's never, that phone isn't for me anymore. It's no use for me. It's just like the sort of Mother Teresa line. She's dead. Who else can help us? Well, we've got Carl's number. Give him a call. He's got a few quid.
You know what's funny? I don't know if this is funny, but first of all, again, there is not like a day designated to my knowledge at all. Like in the States, there's not this day dedicated, and especially not in Argentina. The only thing that kind of comes to mind is PBS, but like back in the 90s, used to do those special programs or whatever and interrupt every time with the people on the phones and stuff, taking donations and pledges and this and that. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Now, what he just said about the phone, my mom had the same landline number for about, well, it was even her mom's number before. So it was easily, easily, let's just say 25, 30 years. Same freaking number. So naturally, a lot of people got a hold of that number. And it was to the point where nowadays everybody has a cell phone. You know, you need something, you send a text, you send this or that. And, you know, there's so many ways to communicate from one another that the landline became quite useless. Like, nobody calls. So the only calls, again, I live in Argentina. The only calls to the landline were telemarketers, not charity. That's not the thing. But the thing we have is telemarketers. Then those calls where it's just like they do surveys, random surveys, political surveys, or this or that. And I don't know, just random surveys. And instead of charities, what they have, they would call at least once or twice a month. No, that's wrong. Once every month or once every 2 months. That's what I tried to say. This gimmick they have here, they will call. Someone will be crying on the other end like crazy, acting like they're getting beaten, saying, Mom, please, I need money. I need help. Please, they took me. They kidnapped me. You know, please, they're asking for a ransom. Help me, help me, help me. And they do that all the freaking time. And my mom would fall for it every time. That's like super common here. They don't call you for charity. They call you to try to make you believe. So many people, a lot of people got scammed like that. Just start freaking out. And again, dude, my mom bought it every time. And like to the point where I disconnected her phone and I changed her phone number because she would call me at like 4 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Like on my cell phone. I'm like, yes. Well, I'll have you on the other line being kidnapped. I'm like, that's not me. First of all, Mom, we're broke as hell. Do you think if I get in trouble, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, call my mom. She'll give you the money. We don't have no money. That's not going to happen. And second of all, my mom is one of those people that are just like freaks out over anything and everything. Just like to the extent of it gave her health issues, how much she stresses out. You think I'm going to call you in a situation like that? Like, you can't help me. I'm getting someone else. Also, after once or twice, do you not learn? I mean, woman, Jesus. So yeah, now that I got her number changed, nobody calls because nobody has that number because his brand stinking new. So that's nice. But, you know what? I thought I'd share. Why not? I like teaching things about but about this amazing country I'm in.
Honestly, that's how it seems every time. But I've told you, help the aged. You sign up, you're giving your bank details. You're going to be looking after Edna. And they give you a little picture of Edna. She's sat there with one of those sort of pennies on. It tells you what it's going towards. Pay you £10. That will go towards keeping Edna warm, right? Get another pack about a month later, open it up, there's Edna, she's got a tan. So that's what they're doing with the money, not just keeping her warm, popping the gas on, sending her away on holiday. If they sent me a letter saying Edna's going on holiday, I'm not putting money towards that, I'm paying for a gas bill. And that's what puts you off charity. The more you find out, the more you sort of turn against it.
So you're saying it could be a con?
Well, you do have to be careful with a lot.
It is a con a lot of the time, a lot of charity gets taxed in a lot of places, which is absolutely friggin' messed up. And then there's a lot where it's just not 100% for the cause. It's quite true that a lot of charity is just absolutely messed up. It's not what they preach it to be.
A lot of charities, yeah. I'm sure this one's legit and money's going to the right places. But you never know.
Now, I understand the cynicism. It's a drop in the ocean. It doesn't solve anything. It's people showing off on telly, right? Trying to get a bit of kudos, whatever, right? But what is nice is the ordinary people who do give so generously, and they're moved, and they might not have a lot of money themselves. Even people on welfare benefit, they're on the dole, or they haven't worked, they hand over a £5 to someone. Isn't that heartwarming?
People on the dole hand over money?
Yeah.
Well, that's easy. That's not their money to give away, is it? No, it is. You give me some of your money, I'll give it away. That's easy. It's when you've been working all week. Got a boss moaning in your ear. Quick, we've got to get this done. Can I have holiday? No, you can't. We've got a deadline to meet. But I've booked holiday now. My wife wants to go away. We've got a big order on plumbing supplies.
What's the order coming in?
It's a big order from abroad.
I love the role playing.
Oh, come on.
I love how he's always instantly into the role playing. They do it all the time, and he always understands that that's where they're going, and he's always game for it. I love that.
How many Ubens
No,
do
we need to get it done.
But it's
Get
Friday.
back to work, right? Now, you need a holiday more than anyone. If they're on the dole, they're not stressed out. It's not their money. I can give money away that isn't mine.
Karl, what do you make of Comic Relief Night itself? Do you watch? Does it make you laugh?
I just feel like it goes on too long. You know, and they keep saying, this is the figure, you know, we're after. Let's beat last year's. Well, no, let's not. Let's not beat last year's.
Okay.
Because then next year you'll want even more. I said, let's have a bit of a lull. An all-time low this year. Let's try and do that. So next year it's easier to crack. I've always thought that. It's tricky, this, because it does look like I'm having a go. No. All I'm saying is, if you haven't got that much money, the money you have got, you spend wisely. Over in Africa, you've got the all-time high, 50 million. Well, let's go mental. No, let's not go mental. Just give them a few million, see how they get on.
Right. Give generously, but not too generously, because tonight we want an all-time low.
Thank you.
What? Thank you.
Thank you.
I know it comes out all wrong in true KARL Pilkington fashion, but he does make some points that are correct. I don't want to talk about them, but he has a very intriguing logic to some of his stuff. Some of it. And again, most of it comes out all wrong. And at the wrong times and the wrong subjects and stuff. Like, needs to work on filtering it a bit. But yeah. He has some, there is some brilliance to this man. Just glimpses and little glimmers of it. But that is one approach to comic relief, isn't it? That's one way to do it. There you go. I actually now wonder if they did an all-time low that year. just because KARL said so. Because you never know. Anyway. Just this guy baffles the mind. But like in a good way. I always have a nice feeling after watching him. It's always enjoyable and it's always, oh, KARL. in the best way. Anyway, there you go. That was it. I watched, I seed, I listened, I heard, and all those other words that are basically the same thing and, you know, synonyms. So anyway, be generous, but not too generous. There you go. Thank you, and I'm out.